Well, we're back on the road again. I'm heading to Chelmsford today, sunny Chelmsford. Now on the way to work I noticed that a truck had taken out a Fiesta, changed lanes, knocked the Fiesta in front of itself. And so going towards the Dartford crossing, it's just mullered, absolutely mullered. So I have decided, seeing as I'm going to Chelmsford, that I'm going to use the 414. So I'm going to avoid the M25. Now I know that does put me around Harlow, which is such a wonderful place, full of salt. What wonderful fish they are. Yeah, put those two words together, you'll get what I mean. I'm in the 414 only lane. Now, everybody gets this wrong. This is one of those roundabouts that certain places, when you're on your assessment, might take you. The reason being is a lot of people use what they refer to as local knowledge. I'm using local knowledge. And they put themselves in the wrong lane. This is the 414 lane. 414 is the one closest to the roundabout by the next set of traffic lights. Then it goes into the two lanes. Now what a lot of people do, because of local knowledge, everybody uses that lane to go down the 414. When you are on your assessment, they are going to want you to use the correct lane. Reason being is if any accident occurs, local knowledge, I was using local knowledge, it's your fault, you were in the wrong lane. Insurance disputes are settled based upon where you were. Were you in the right or were you in the wrong? Now watch, because a few of these people are going to go wrong, like this van for example. And a car tried to go down the inside of me just there, and is now stuck behind me indicating. The thing is, local knowledge is all well and good, but then you're coming across into somebody else's lane that you're not supposed to be doing that. So all of a sudden you could end up with an accident. And in that situation you're in the wrong because you're going from the wrong lane. So always try to remember that, because on your assessment drive you may get something similar to that. As you saw, hopefully you would have seen in the camera, here comes a red car, probably not very happy with me. Didn't do what I thought they were going to do. Might be turning right in. But yeah, they're going straight on. Crap. Oh no, I was right. But no, I thought somebody were going all the way around the roundabout and they weren't. Which is why I went, oh crap. Because you got that moment of, oh, you were going round, weren't you? Just as you start going again, you're like, oh, if I stop now, I'm just going to be on the roundabout, so best to keep going because it goes into a dual carriageway, they can go down that lane. But always remember, on your assessment drive, even if you know the area, use the actual lanes. Use how, let me just set my cruiser speed up, use how it is, not local knowledge. Because that will fail you an assessment drive really quickly. Because of course you're in the wrong lane and you're going across lanes and causing issues for other people. But you do, it's annoying when the roundabouts don't have any lane markings because they're all worn away. Because then it's a free-for-all, there's no actual lane markings, nobody knows where they are. Then it becomes a bit, well, everybody else is doing it, so is that how it's correct, you know? But when the lanes are marked and people are still doing it, it's a real, because they're just ignoring the road markings. Now I can't be asked to turn my steering wheel. No, I'm just going to go in a straight line. Of course you're trying to follow the lane. Fish back on. But I thought I'd show you that one, because I very rarely turn right at that roundabout. And it might help some of you new guys, but please, 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 whenever you go on assessment drives, do not use local knowledge, because you'll be in the wrong lane, you'll get marked down, and you will probably fail your assessment, especially if you're new. If you're a seasoned driver, then yeah, they might give you the benefit of the doubt, and they'll have a little word with you. But if you're new, you're using the wrong lane. Nah, sorry. So, there you go. But anyway, onwards to sunny Harlow. Woo! Well, chances are, given the angle of that camera, the sun's doing all weird things in the background like it was on the last vlog I did. Now here we come. Now I'm going to call this place Hertford because it's H-E-R-T-F-O-R-D. I do know a place that's H-A-R-T-F-O-R-D, so I'm going to call this one Hertford because it's in Hertfordshire. I know a lot of locals like to call it Hertford, so it's up to you how you say it, but we're in Hertford. Now, going back to assessment drives and stuff like that, if I was an assessor in any of the locations on the industrial estate I roll out of, this would be the route I took people I'm taking on assessment, because it contains everything. Literally, it contains virtually everything. I would go from the industrial estate up to the 414, down the 414 into Hertford, then follow it all the way to the A10, right on the A10 down to the M25, on the M25 to South Mims, and then back. Reason being is because you have virtually everything you're ever going to come across. You've got 2 lanes going into one, you've got roundabouts with traffic lights on, you've got multiple lane roundabouts, you know, like I showed you a second ago. There's another one up here. Commanding the road. Hopefully it will keep the traffic going. I don't care. There's nobody in that lane anyway, but it just stops the last minute guy thinking, oh, I'm getting rounded. But yeah, you've got everything on this route. Now I'm going to show you another thing that you may come across on an assessment drive, depending on where you are, that will catch you out. Because remember, on an assessment drive, or even on your test, if you end up doing a route similar to this on your test, you will fail if this catches you out. An assessment drive, if you're new, you probably fail. If you're experienced, depends on whether they're getting on with you or not. But again, you get in lanes. That's the 119. This is the 414. Following the 414. The thing is, when you get to the roundabout, you turn into the roundabout and go that way. A few people do use that lane to go straight on. Oh, we can get in front of the truck. So you have to be careful. So you've got to show your observation. This is one of the reasons I would use this route as an assessor, because you have got to show observation. When I was on my assessment for this place, going around one of the roundabouts, I started indicating I was doing everything right, and I went, oh, what's that grade 206 doing? The assessor looked at me and he was like, not only did you know there was a car there, but you identified it. Christ, your observation's good. He wasn't expecting me to identify it. That's the funniest thing. Something so simple as that. Now, on this one, because people do use that lane, easiest thing to do is go straight ahead towards the roundabout. Now there's a little leaf thingy coming. Ooh, he was going for it, that Audi, wasn't he? And a Skoda, so I shall let them go. There is a van in that lane, you might want to go straight on. Told you. Go towards the roundabout, turn relatively late, and try and keep that lane open. Now you can't cross those, but you can start indicating. Now you can move. Now that van, I knew that van was probably going to go straight over. Just observation, and it's a gut instinct. When you've been driving long enough, it's a gut instinct. That's always annoying when they haven't trimmed the hedgerow and all of a sudden you hear part of the hedge just hit your door mirror and you're like, ah! It was already broken before I left. I mean the cover on the outside. The mirror's fine, but the cover on the outside, touched it. I put that on my scratch and dent sheet, so... Oh, and again you got pedestrian crossing. I mean, this route is actually a really good one. If there are any assessors in the Hertford area, or Hatfield area, sorry, this is a really good route to use. No ifs, buts or maybes, because it encompasses everything. You've got to have your observations, cyclists and things like that. Now, what I'm going to go into here is, this goes into 3. Cover the near side. Okay, if you're in one of these things, stay in the near side, command it. You don't want anybody down there. Now the Saxo isn't coming round. Oh, that person cut. The Range Rover was coming round, but no indication, so he can wait. If they can't be asked to indicate, I can't be asked to mind read. Now, this is where a lot of people cock up. This is where a lot of people would fail. This lane is all routes. It's not all other routes, it's all routes. You can see it written on the floor. The right lane is 414 A10 only, dedicated. That lane you don't have to indicate in because you're following the road ahead, the 414 and the 414. This lane you do, because it's all routes. Now see how everybody is staying in that lane? This is all routes. So you indicate, it's perfectly legal, it's perfectly legit. You will fail your test if you do this any other way. You might even fail an assessment. Oh, no. I thought there was something coming because of the way they stopped. Off you go. Now I've been indicating, now stay wide. That's a keep clear if anyone's curious. That is not a lane marker, it is a keep clear box. Now indicate, come off. There you go. That is how you do that roundabout, or any roundabout that is like that, where it says all routes. If it says all other routes, then you're knackered, because you've got a dedicated lane telling you it's a 414. If it says all routes, then that's any exit off that roundabout, that, including the one that's marked in the right hand lane. So you will come across those. And it will annoy people who have been waiting in the right hand lane, who can't be asked to read road signs or don't understand what they mean. They'll get all emotional, they might give you the old soldier's farewell as they go past you. But the old 2-finger salute, basically. You've just got to bear that in mind. And again, as you saw with that white people carrier, people will cut the lane. I mean, the Skoda just tried to, and I stayed in my lane, and he nearly went into the side of me. And he's proven a point. You see what I mean? People, car drivers are ignorant. They genuinely don't have a clue what they're doing. And you have to take that into consideration. Now, these lanes have been altered. The painting has been put back in place. Now I used to use this as my journey home, but I'm going to be turning right because I'm going to go down to the 414. I'm not going up to the 120 because I'm going to Chelmsford. I could go to the 120 of course, but it's a bit of a long-winded route. Now that lane is south A10, this lane is north A10. Now I'm going south on the A10. So what I need to do is, it's clear, pull over. Now I saw the marker boards and I know there's a roundabout coming up. Some people will sit there and say you can't pull over until you see the road sign. Perfectly fine. I will hold my hand up to a little local knowledge on that one. Now this is A10 south only. Can you see on the floor? That's A10 north, B1502 north. This is A10 south only. There's that idiot who went the wrong lane. I'm now at the traffic lights in front of him. Do I need to be indicating at the moment? I'm in an A10 south only lane. No, because I'm going A10 south. I'm in the designated lane. There he goes. German plates, but a right-hand vehicle. Some things might be a little bit dodgy about that. Now, this is where you've got to be careful, because I'm not actually changing lanes. People might say, yes you are. No, I'm not. That's what happens, is that they haven't marked it, which is really annoying, but I'm not actually changing lanes there. But again, it's observation. If you want to indicate, you can, but it's going to make you look as if you're going down that slip road for the A10 north. Or some idiot in a petrol station might think, oh, he's going into petrol station. I'm not actually changing lanes. That is where the lane goes, because I was in the A10 south and the other one was A10 north. It's all little things like that. As long as you're following the road markings, you're fine. Back on cruise control. That's the way they like you to drive these days. But anyway, I shall most likely see you when I'm going around Harlow. I nearly went Harlow then. It's like, no, Harlow. Do a few more roundabouts there. Well, here we are in Harlow. Now, I always follow the 414 around. I know I can go through, but I always follow the 414 because you never know who's had the accident when you're going straight through. So, I will indicate on this one, even though I am in the 414 east lane, just so that everybody knows that I'm not going straight on. Sometimes you've got to identify your crowd when you're driving, and you've got to think, well, I'll let them know. It's probably a better option. But to be fair, if you're in a dedicated lane, it's up to you whether you indicate. Oh, joyful! I made the right choice today, didn't I? Going round, which is going to help my cause. I'm not allowed to block a roundabout. This car's coming round. KA trying to squeeze past a family with kids. Nobody else is indicating. Now I can go. Because you're not allowed to block a roundabout. If you can see that you can't make it, leave it open. It appears I made the wrong call today. I'm now going to be stuck in traffic. Wonderful. Now, one thing I shall let you know is, well, you all know the areas around you. You all know the areas where the less disciplined drivers congregate, I think is the best way of putting it. Well, Harlow is that place in and around my area. You got Harlow and you got Brentwood. Brentwood's not too bad, they're just a bit too stuck up. Harlow, what's road legislation? Why does it apply to us? So that's another reason why I use the 414 as well, because you skirt around it. I mean, I could have gone straight on, but either or in the middle of the day, and it's Friday the 13th today. Oh yes, excellent. My other half is currently having it's a meeting. It's not a disciplinary, it's just a meeting on the record about something that's gone on where she works. So she's not really happy at the moment. Oh, look at this. I really made the right call today, didn't I? I really made the right call. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky. Because I've got to go wide, and I can take these two lanes up, but anybody who wants to nip down that side of me can. So this becomes a little bit tricky. Now again, it's a roundabout, but this one is a roundabout. I'm not supposed to block it, but that is a very busy retail park. So if I actually want to get anywhere, I've got to. I've got to try and do it without blocking. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Worked just right. That's the issue when you've got a busy retail park going onto a roundabout as well. You've got to make a call. You're not allowed to block the roundabout, but you have to continue moving forward. And to be fair, you're going straight on a roundabout, which technically makes you the major road and everybody's joining it. So, no, it's a little bit, you've got to make the call yourself. You know, I can't advise you either way. It's the situation you find yourself in. But you've got to identify where you are and identify what's joining. Why did I do that? Joining the roundabout. So, it's fun, this, isn't it? This is the joys of HGV driving. Make one wrong decision and you're stuck in this. Woo! That DC to let used to be Comet. The reason I know that one, again I'm following the lane ahead, or road ahead. The reason I know that one is because I was put in there a couple of times as a 7.5 ton guy, even though I had my class 1. I've always had my class 1, I did everything back to back. And my agency bugged me in there to do a little bit of 7.5 ton work. Don't be an idiot. A motorbike just tried squeezing down that side of me. Again, you got to keep everything. Go on, son. There you go. You've got to try and keep everything in your observation no matter what you're thinking about. But yeah, anyway, going back to the comment one. Bunged in there as a 7.5 ton home shopping guy. Or home delivery driver. And got my pay slip for that week and then paid me 7.5 ton driver wages. I went nuts. I was like, hold on a minute, what do you mean I'm on £7.10 an hour? No, I'm class 1, you don't pay me £7.10 for going in. No, I went absolutely ballistic. Threatened never to go in there again and they needed people in there ASAP, so they paid me class 1 rates. That's the other thing you got to watch out if you're going to be an agency guy. If you are class 1, you are entitled to class 1 rates, doesn't matter what you are driving. If you are going in on the understanding, that Focus had a flat front tyre, on the understanding that you are on your standard rate, or a class 1 rate of some description, if you suddenly get basic minimum wage, that's going to make you jump, because you're going to give up a couple of drives in the, you know, the retail guys who've got the class 1s, and you're going to be losing money. It's like, whoa, why do you go to work to earn money? Now I shall be turning right. I'll be following the road ahead here, but I am going to indicate. Now there's Nisa. He's doing the right thing, taking up both lanes. He was a bit too far into the right lane, but his trailer is cutting, so I've got to give him his due on that one. Lovely jubbly. Observation is key in these roundabouts. I always throw myself wide there. Okay, the bus took the advantage on that one, fine. But I always throw myself wide there to try and block other people just sneaking down the inside of you and causing you issues, if you wondered why I was going so wide. But yeah. I mean, this is now 30 because they're doing lovely roadworks. And, well, I say roadworks, coning. It's a lovely amount of cones. The cones deserve 30 miles an hour. You've got to respect the cones. I mean, they do a fantastic job sitting there. It's you know, you've got to have a speed limit for cones. You have to. No, I don't know what they're doing round here. I don't live round here. I don't know what they're doing. But again, this is a temporary speed limit because of roadworks. Now, on your assessment, or your test, or driving assessment, whatever, you know, assessment for a company or assessment to see whether you can drive one of these. You want to follow this speed limit. You always want to follow any speed limits, whether they are temporary or whether they are, you know, full time. Now, a lot of people are going to be chomping at the bit, going, "You really shouldn't have gone the 414 way. You're an idiot. You." Now I go wide here. He's not indicating, he's not going that way. watch the cones. You don't want to hit a cone because they do a very good job and they're innocent. Oh, he screwed up, didn't he? Did you see that Fiesta? He didn't stop when the Cougar stopped. Did his wing mirror as well, or door mirror. That's what I mean about this area. The road laws don't apply to the people in Harlow. They really don't. What's the point? You know, if you want to stop because of a junction, just hit the car in front of you. All the footage I have ever captured. And yeah, you've seen accidents on motorways and things like that, but come to Harlow, wallop, somebody's just rear-ended somebody else. Oh, I shouldn't laugh, but it's just ignorance. I mean, okay, chances are the roundabout was clear and the Cougar guy, the older guy, I will play it safe. I will come to a stop to make sure. And the Fiesta, I never actually got a look at the driver. Thought, oh, it's clear, I'll keep going. Didn't look forward. Dong. Absolute lack of observation. Absolute lack of observation. And it's such a simple thing to get right on a roundabout as well. Now this is going on the 414, so look at the road markings. You want the middle. I'm going to take both. And I'm going to throw myself wide. The only reason I take both is to just stop people putting themselves in a position that's going to cause me issues. And that's literally the only reason. If you can make your life easy, make your life easy. But yeah, look at this. Isn't this just a wonderful place to drive around? Oh, it's just beautiful, isn't it? Oh, the scenery is amazing. Roads are great. Now, this one I'm going to cut deliberately. I don't want anybody going down the inside of me. Get into gear. That's a wonderful auto gearbox for you. Here comes that Fiesta. You're having a bad day, mate. That's the one that went. I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't. But it's funny. Not paying any attention. What can you do with that? This junction, this roundabout's being changed now. You go straight through. It's all traffic light controlled. It's no longer. Actually, I can't remember what it used to be. I think it was a roundabout, wasn't it? Huh. I'm sure it used to be a roundabout, now they've just put it straight through. And or whatever. I know it's been changed. Anyway, I'm going to keep it rolling. Well, I'm not going to edit it out, I should say. Because of the M11 roundabout at the end of this road, because that's another good one. If I'm going to be doing a day of basically roundabouts for you guys, I might as well show you all the roundabouts I'm doing. Obviously I'm not going to show you the ones leading to where I'm going, because again, I'm not showing you where I'm going anymore. I am going to Chelmsford, but I'm not showing you the company, I should say. Although the fun thing is, if anybody knows the area, the place I'm going to is directly opposite the O.T.R testing station. So the one thing you want to make absolutely 100% sure of when you go to this particular location, or any location that's next to or opposite of O.T.R testing station, is the vehicle you are driving is legal. They will spot you a mile away. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, look at that. Isn't it wonderful when it gets busy? It's not even school rush. It's 2:10. It could be people are diverting because of the carnage on the M25. Although by now, should have avoided it. Oh no, of course the A10 goes down in the middle of it, doesn't it? Well, this is going to be quite a good one because it's busy. Now I'm obviously not going on to the M11. I'm carrying on onto the 414. Yeah. Go on, off you go. That's what happens if you're on the phone when you're driving. You know, hit hold, give her a flash, let her go, no indication. That's what happens if you are on a mobile phone when you are driving. Everything goes out the window. But yeah, it's nice and busy, and I'm not going on the M11, I'm following the 414. So, if memory serves, it's the middle lane I want. Because I haven't done this roundabout in a dog's age. It has been a long time since I last did this roundabout. So you could witness me cock up. Wouldn't be the first time, would it? Oh yeah, very quickly before I get there, seeing as we're stuck in traffic. With regards to me deleting all my hashtag ones, I'm going to go through and I'm going to delete them as soon as I can. I'll just start delete, removing them. But I'm going to go through all my footage because I keep all of my, well, all the edited footage anyway. I don't keep all of it. I wouldn't like to guess how many terabytes of footage I'd have got by now. But I keep all the edited stuff, and I might edit out some of the, you know, they're not giving away who I'm working for, but they're useful, you know, like the driver's hours. Instead of an entire vlog, it will just be the driver's hours segment. I don't know how long that's going to take, and it's going to be uploading whenever I can. I might see if I can do a couple a day on my days off. But I'm going to start getting into that rota now. Yes, it is a middle lane. I was correct. I'm going to start getting into that rota now. So virtually all of my hashtags, well, all of my hashtags are going to disappear. Every one of them. And then I'm going to slowly start reloading segments from them that are any good, and any segments I'm not happy with, I'm going to redo. So bear with me on that one. You will start seeing things you've seen before if you've been following me for a long time. But again, if you're new and you haven't got around to seeing them, well, you're going to see them. I don't know how long this entire transition is going to take, but I shall try and do it as quickly as possible, although my internet is really crap. Really crap. Now I can hear Neenor from somewhere. It's behind me, it's an ambulance. Right. Where is that ambulance wanted? That van's just caused issues, hasn't it? Which way are you going, Sunshine? She's turned them off. She's put me in the wrong lane and turned them off. Great. Wonderful when that happens. Well, I'm hazarding a guess they didn't want to sit in traffic. That's really obnoxious thing to do. Because she hasn't even put them back on anymore, so she's not going to anything. That car just got out of the way for no apparent reason. But yeah, that's some of the things you find in Harlow. Even the ambulance drivers are like, I don't want to sit in the queue. Get out of the way. How obnoxious is that? like I said, Harlow, wonderful place. Anyway, we're on the 414. That's basically all the roundabouts I need to show you, because everything else is just kind of standard roundabouts from now on. I shall shut up, and I shall see you most likely when I get back to base now, because I have dragged this on quite some time. Well, I am back at base. I've closed that because there's another Actros parked next to me with the logo right across the top of it. I have a second run all the way to sunny Peterborough, so that's going to be fun for a very simple fact. I'm in tomorrow. Now it's 6:30 at the moment. I'm 12 minutes into a break, and I've got to go. After my break, obviously, I've got to go all the way to Peterborough and all the way back again. And I'm starting at 12:15 tomorrow, which is going to be a lot of fun. Simply because I'm going to have absolutely sod all time when I get home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another filler vlog on the way up to Peterborough. Basically, I'm going to do a section of the A1 with a camera going and speed it up. So I'm going to go up the A1 until we start getting to the roundabouts. Now obviously the light's going to be fading, it's going to be dying, it's going to be getting dark by the time I get there. Just before I get to the first roundabout, I'm then going to speed up the footage, because it's been nothing but roundabouts today, and go all the way until I do the last roundabout before the motorway starts. And then I'll use that as a little filler vlog. But yes, so if you're curious as to where the last 2 days have gone, it's obviously I did the filler vlog yesterday, for me, a couple of days ago by the time you see this, and I'm going to do another filler vlog for tonight. Otherwise, I have no time, none. It's nice when it happens, because obviously it means I'm getting work, but it's annoying because I start falling behind. Although that is a bit of a bonus, because now I've got 2 full days worth of vlogs. I've only got 1 day off this week, supposedly. I'm going to start my 6th day this week, so I've only got Monday off, and I've got 2 full days of vlogs done. So hopefully I can start building up a bit of a backlog. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end this here, because obviously it has drawn on today with all the roundabout sections I've done. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share about. I hope you found it useful. Like I said, all my hashtag ones are going to start disappearing now, as soon as I get the chance to go delete. But I will be obviously editing segments of those out. Cheers for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.